of the Woven Almanac Podcast. If you're new, if it's your first time stopping by the channel, I'll give you a super quick intro so you know who I am, and I do some admin-y kind of stuff, and then my format is I'll break it down into the different crafts I've been working on. There's timestamps below, and where possible I'll add something in the description where you can find something, or if I mention somebody. And I do the crafting, then I'll have you know, any incoming kind of thing. But in today's episode, I have been so excited about something. But first, let's do the intro. So if it is your very first time stopping by, yes, my name is Dawn. I also have another channel here on YouTube land called Dawn's Days, which is a vlog channel. And then I think it was about a year ago now, I started a separate channel because it got really confusing for the viewers on that other channel, because, you know, one week there'd be a vlog, I'd be, you know, walking around a village, and the next week I'd be talking about knitting, and got really confusing. So this format seems to be working much better. So I'm a British expat. I'm from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for over 20 years I've been living in the Netherlands, literally just on the border of Amsterdam. So occasionally we pop into town. And I live here with my partner, Lawrence, who's from South Africa. He's not Dutch. And our two boys, Joshua and William. And our fur baby is Jack, who's our Parsons Terrier, and Daxter, who's our fluffy, ginger, sometimes nice, sometimes not so nice cat. So that's a little bit about me. If you want to follow me on other social media, I'll have a link below to the Dawn's Days vlog if you want to go and check that out. I also have an Instagram account. I don't use the Woven Almanac Instagram because, yeah, then I'm going to be managing too many different social media channels. So you can find me with @Dawn's Days, again, link below. And I also host a really lovely small community on Facebook. It's called Crafty World 1, where any of you guys can post your pictures and share what you've been up to, or ask questions, and, you know, meet each other if you're not prone to commenting below. So I think that's where you can find me. Yeah, so, well, let's address something. If you watched episode 12 last month's podcast, I did say that if we reached 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I'd host a giveaway. And my gosh, you came in your droves. I was quite shocked. Jeanette, who's Crafty Clothes Creation, Jeanette's a really good friend of mine. She kindly asked some of her viewers to come over. So if you've come over from Jeanette's channel, thank you. And actually, Ali from Little Drops Wonderful just recently reposted one of my videos on her channel. So I think some of you have come over from Ali, and some of you have just stumbled across me. And anyway, regardless of how you got here, you're all very welcome. So we're over 1,000 subscribers. I'm blown away. I'm so happy. Seriously, you know, I mean, I love the vlog. It's really, that's my passion. But, you know, the having a forum to chit chat amongst like-minded people and share what I'm up to, or what's getting me fired up, or, you know, what I'm struggling with. So you know, this podcast is so special for me. So, you know, thanks guys. And if you're one of the returning viewers who've been with me from the get-go, even from the original podcast, which was on Dawn's Days, which was the craft workshop podcast, there's a playlist there if you want to go and watch all the back issues. There's quite a lot of videos there, actually. Anyway, thanks for all you OGs, really. I'm hearting all of you. So yeah, if you stick around to the very end of the video, I'm going to announce what I'm going to do for the giveaway. And my gosh, it's jam-packed, because the nature of our community, some of my amazing friends who you will also know, and if you don't know, you're going to know about them, have also donated some prizes. So I'm completely blown away. And you know, when, you know, I heard from some of them, and I was, I felt a little bit emotional. So anyway, stick around to the end. Today it's a little bit warm here in the Netherlands. I'm looking outside at the kitchen, through the kitchen window. It's quite overcast. It's very humid, but it's warm. So I've got a drink of juice, because I'll probably waffle a lot and I need something to keep me hydrated. This is in Holland, in the Netherlands. It's a cordial that you mix with water. This is strawberry, but they call it limonade over here. Anyway, I spoke about this on the vlog, but I have sometimes very interesting observations about, yes, a misalignment or a translation of things. Limonada being one of them. Right. Today, I've got knitting, as I said, I've got crochet. Oh, shall I tell you what I was up to since the last podcast? Yes, let's do that, because not everybody watches the vlog. So, I think last podcast, my friend Michelle and her partner Duncan had just left. They'd gone back to Malta. So, yeah, last month was busy with visitors. My mum was also here, so you know all about that. If you watch the vlog, I have been for about a year and a half now. I've been working on a super busy project with my job. I work 4 days a week in Amsterdam, and we finally delivered the project. We've gone live. So I'm actually feeling a bit more calmer, which is reflecting in, you know, my crafting, because I've actually felt like I've had energy to put into all things that, you know, keep me sane and happy. So that was a big milestone for me. What else? I've made some notes. Oh yeah, also on the work front, by the time you watch episode 14, I will have been to Tanzania in Africa. How exciting is that? Also with my job, I'll vlog what I can, obviously not work things, but we've got a 1-day safari booked with a few other colleagues, so hopefully, you know, fingers crossed. It is the rainy season when we go, and it will be very hot, but yeah, that's something that I'm busy planning with. I think that's not, if you're watching this in real time, not next weekend, the weekend after I'm going there, just over a week. I'll be there. Oh yeah, and we also celebrated King's Day in the Netherlands. Our king here is King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, but we celebrate King's Day, which is his birthday, and the whole country gets a day off, and it's great fun. Most people dress up. If they don't dress in orange, they'll wear, you know, red, white and blue. So we hopped along to the next village to us, and we spent the day with my friends Linda and Ronald, who it's like a tradition. We do tend to spend King's Day with each other, and we had a lovely walk around. I filmed some of that if you want to have a look. I'm not sure, I think it was episode 255, could be. And in the evening we had a lovely barbecue together, so that was a really, really fun day. And it's just the energy, you know, everyone you speak to, everybody's friendly and talking, and it made it great because it didn't rain this year, which sometimes it does. What else? Oh yeah, Lawrence, in case you didn't know, Lawrence plays for the Dutch national hockey team, for the veterans, and field hockey, not ice hockey. And he was away in Germany. They had a hockey tournament, so that was good fun. They had really mixed weather. It wasn't in Germany, I would stand corrected, it was in Limburg, which is close to the border of Germany. I think they came 4th in the tournament, but I think one day it was torrential rain and the next day it was tropical, and he came back with a very red sunburnt head, but he had a really good time. And he's just told me a couple of days ago that they're going to Germany next weekend to play another tournament. That's good fun, keeps him fit and active. So yeah, I had a weekend home alone, obviously with the boys. I rarely see them as it is, and the weekend Dad wasn't here was no exception. But I did go out for dinner with some of my girlfriends, and we went to this amazing Indian restaurant. The food was chef's kiss. It was amazing. So we're going to go back with Lawrence in a couple of weeks. What else? Oh, and yesterday, as I'm filming this, it was King Charles III's coronation. I don't know if anybody watched it or if you're even interested. I love the monarchy, what it stands for. I get very patriotic when things like this are shared. And I watched the ceremony, the crowning, learnt some amazing, fascinating facts. And I watched the balcony and the flyover, although the weather was really crummy. So they a lot of the planes, like it's the military flyover, couldn't happen because apparently they all have to congregate in the North Sea, and in the North Sea it was blowing a gale. So that was a bit sad, but I saw the red arrows. I have been very fortunate when I was much younger to see the red arrows, which are amazing. Oh yeah, and then the other thing, hopefully that will be in next week's vlog. Our little motorboat has finally gone in the water. So Lawrence and I had a super quick sailing that yesterday. So I'm feeling all happy. I'm feeling Now I've got this work thing, you know, off my back. I'm feeling really re-energized again, and you know, when it's good weather here-ish, it's getting warm, you know, lighter evenings, so it's definitely, I don't know, I'm feeling good. I hope I'm not coming across as being a bit hyperactive, because I've been really excited to film this for ages. Anyway, let's have a slurp. Let's talk about knitting, because I'm getting a bit hot. I don't know why I paired it up with this t-shirt. I thought I'd put something light on, but now a v-neck and a square neck doesn't go. But anyway, bear with me. So I finished, so let's stand up. Let's see if I can do this. This is, oops, sorry, knocking all the furniture over. This is the Open Trail sweater vest. It's the second one I've knitted. I knitted one in green, which is, as you can see, it's slightly longer. I fancied going a bit shorter this time. It's a free pattern. I think it warrants chunky yarn. I knitted mine held double with a 2-ply DK, which is from a really cheap budget brand here in the Netherlands. It's an own brand from a budget store called Zeemans, which is a little bit, if you're in the UK, a bit like, I don't know, like B&M Bargains or, you know, Target or that kind of thing. So it is actually, it is actually a wool and acrylic mix. So I held it double, and it's in this really nice charcoal, almost black. And it's got, I'll take it off in a minute because I'm roasting hot. But yeah, this is the back. I don't know if you can see it, a little twirl. I'll take it off in a minute because I'm sweating. I'm perspiring. Yeah, and I under the green one as well, I went a bit lower in the sleeve because I'm going to wear it, you know, over things. And what else can I say about it? I think that's it. It's really easy pattern, and Ashley has filmed all videos to go with it. And if you're interested, if chunky knit's not your thing, I've just seen on her social media that she's sorry, I'm scraping the chair again, that she's brought out a worsted weight version of it, and I'm pretty sure that's free too, so if you fancy having a go. Right, bear with me, I'm going to take it off. Okay, that's better, That's all askew. I'll give you a close-up of the yarn if you want to see it. Try and get some good light. Yeah, because it is, I had to join in the middle of the, but it's in the back, so that's fine. Because it is, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but because there is wool in it, you can see it's not quite, is it heathered? I think that's the word you use, heathered. And it's exactly the same yarn as this one. I think it, oh, there's something stuck on the back. I've got a feeling this will pill. I think it will, but it's fine. It's got, I think you can see it on the green. It has got a bit of a halo to it. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It's lovely yarn. It's super soft. The other thing, I made a couple of modifications. So I went a bit shorter on this one, and also I reduced the number of stitches that I picked up for the neckline. Because it looks nice on, but I don't know, you know, when it's your own work, you get a bit sort of picky about things. Sorry, I think as I move, it's this blowout on the camera. I have got a skylight right above you. You sat on my dining table. So yeah, I made the, I picked up less stitches on the neckline, and went a little bit longer in the armhole, and a bit shorter at the bottom. So, well, as I just mentioned, it's starting to get really warm in here, so this will be put away for next winter or autumn. Actually, it might be nice on a nice, on like a cool summer night as well, so throw over. So, finally, I've got an FO, a finished object, we're done. I haven't got an urge to knit another one yet, because I've got plans, but anyway, I thought I'd show you. Because contrary to what you might think, I do finish things occasionally. I'm pretty sure there's no sugar in this. I'm feeling a bit giddy. I think it's because of the giveaway. Sorry. If you watch your vlog, I'm always like, if you watch my vlog, you'll know I'm always like this. Right. Oh, yeah. And I think I shown these in the last podcast. This is just plain vanilla that I just, it's my go-to recipe. It's all different things I've picked up over the years. It's Tutti Frutti Regia, and I've lost the ball bang because I bought this ages ago, but it's obviously resembles a kiwi. And I did show in the last episode that I'd knitted them in the watermelon one as well, which actually is my favourite. But this is nice. This is a cotton mix, which is lovely. And it feels really cool to the touch. Really nice to knit with. I knit these on Chigu 2.5 on the red lace. I just did 1x1 ribbon. It's a heel flap and gusset, which is my favourite, but I actually, if you remember in the last episode, I finished a pair of socks by Ellie from Craft House Magic, the V for Valentine socks. So I stole Ellie's pinstripe heel flap, which I really like it. Should I take one off? I've actually got 2 pairs on this. 2 socks on this. Oh, if I can get it off. And then I'm a fan of the, what is this? The wedge toe. That's my favourite. I like that one. I do occasionally do an umbrella toe, but yeah, you can see that's the effect you get with the pinstripe. So, pair of socks off the go. Not doing bad, am I? 2 FOs. However, I have got some socks I'm going to cast on. And I'm going to talk about something really, really amazing and fabulous that 3 of my friends have organised. If you missed it, they did, I think it was like a Zoom call together and they filmed it. So all 3 of them posted it on their channel. But Jeanette, Alex, who's my yarn corner, and Karen, who's Stitches and Jacks. If you've been around a while, you'll have heard me speak about them before. They decided they wanted to do something to help support, raise awareness for the Ukraine. And perfect timing, because the UK came second in the Eurovision Song Contest. And because obviously Ukraine won it and they can't host it, the UK are hosting the Eurovision contest on behalf of the Ukraine this year, which will start, I think, on the 9th of May. So if you're watching this in the future, it's already happened maybe. And to support that, they did 2 things. So one of them, between the 3 of them, they made an amazing kit. And I think Karen supplied beautiful sunflower fabric, because that's the national flower of the Ukraine. Jeanette did all the sewing and hosted the kit on her Etsy store, and yeah, also included fabric, and Alex dyed some yarn up. So there was a limited amount of kits, because my gosh, that's a lot of work, and they funded it all out of their own pocket. So well done, girls. But then another thing that they did to support it is they're running a sock along, a sale. And I won't go into all the details. I'll put links below to Jeanette's Crafty Clegs Creations, Alex is My Yarny Corner, and Karen is Stitches and Jacks. I'll put links to their channels below, so you can go on and watch them, subscribe if you haven't, say hello to the ladies. So their sock along runs, it starts the 9th of May and it runs to the end of May. So it's super tight time frame you've got to do it. But there are rules, but you don't have to finish your sock. So if you want to have a go for it. And I've donated 3 patterns of everybody's choice. So yeah, there's loads of prizes. They've not announced all the prizes yet, but if I know those 3 girls, they'll be amazing. So isn't it exciting? So what I decided to do is, where is my bag? Oh yes, in one of Jeanette's bags. You might have noticed my logo of the podcast is a bee, because it's a symbol of Manchester and I adore bees. So Jeanette made this for me a while ago. Oh my gosh, I love it. So what I've done, this was also, you have to make your socks. I think it's crochet, knitting, you know, it's all sort of yarny related crafts. Either you knit them in your blue and yellow, or you could support a Ukraine pattern designer. So I've decided to do both. I did cast them on and it was late at night, and I did the cuff of one and I made a right mess of it. So that teaches me for cheating. But this is the pattern I bought. This is by Anna Radchenko, I think she's her name. It's the Serenity socks. How pretty are they? And I'm going to do mine in 2 colours. So I'll show you the colours I've chosen. And I'm trying to use what I already had in stash. So I dyed this up myself a while ago, and I knitted pair of the Playground Day socks by what's Lauren's Knitting New. I knitted these with a pink contrast, but I also had this lovely pale yellow, I hope you can see it on the camera, which is one of Alex's yarns that I think I got it in last year's Advent. So they're my colours, and I'm going to do the cuff, definitely the toe in the yellow, maybe the heel flap. I don't know if I have enough. They're a lot shorter than I would normally make, and obviously because there's lace work in them, you know, you'll use a bit less yarn. But yeah, that's going to be my entry to the sock along. Oh my gosh, I've just given myself a paper cut. That's going to hurt like hell in a minute. We won't bleed on anything. Anyway, ow, it's starting to sting. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. It's on that finger, just on the knitting pattern. I won't cut this out. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Oh yeah, and then there's also another thing. I've got two more things to mention on the knitting front, and then we'll move on to crochet. As you all know, normally in the podcast I show you the latest year of dishcloths pattern by the Kitchen Sink Shop, which is the lovely Garlane. Garlane is in Canada, and she's an amazing pattern designer. But if you subscribe to her newsletter, every month you get a free dishcloth pattern. In this year's year of dishcloth, you also get a lovely baking recipe. So talk about 2 for the price of 1, which is actually free. Anyway, I've not had a chance to cast on this month's dishcloth pattern, but lo and behold, Garlane's given us 2. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, I do recommend you do, because she also does other offers, and you know, you get like pre-announcements of things in the newsletter, and it's a lovely newsletter, I must say. But on her Instagram account, she gave us just a random free dishcloth pattern. It's stunning. I don't know if it's called Sunflowers, I can't remember. So anyway, I sourced my yarn, because I'm trying to shop from stash where possible. Well, I've got some toy stuffing on this one. So these are both Scapes Katona. I'm going to do the sunflower one in this, which is like this lovely bright golden yellow. And then I've got this chocolate brown. I think I might have crocheted a bear or something from this in the past. So I've chose my yarn. I need to cast them on because I absolutely love knitting those dishcloths, and I've said this before, every time I learn something new, a new stitch, you know. And yeah, you know, Garlane, she's got loads of videos on her channel about different techniques and stuff, so not cast them on yet. Hopefully next month I can show you what May's dishcloths look like. And then the other thing, this is planned. Ow, my finger is hurting me now. I have to stop showing it you, but it's starting to smart. Where is it? Oh yeah, so this is in one of my old scrappy bags I made a long time ago. There's no label or anything on it. I had been itching to knit one of these for ages, and I tell you who's knitted loads of them. Susan, who's Susan, what's your channel? Wild Cottage Island, is it? I just know it's Susan. I'll put a link to Susan's channel below. Actually, Susan has 2 channels now. She's sort of split her format like me. She does like the crafting side and then the vlogging side, because she lives in Ireland, and she in a beautiful part of the country. Wow. Anyway, Susan's knitted loads of these, and I think Christine from Sweet Lavender Knits has just cast one on. Anyway, many of you have, you know, I am really late to this party, but I've been eyeing this up for ages, and I've took the plunge. I've cleared my needles, kind of, and I'm going to dive in and do the ranunculus. I want to do the sleeveless one, and I'm still debating whether to do the small or the large neck. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, I bought the pattern. I went through stash, chose all my yarn, and then realised I was all fired up to start knitting this. I realised I didn't have the right needle size. I mean, I won't go into too much because it's a very hefty pattern. I needed a 6mm. So anyway, I just went onto my local, you know, friendly online shop, and I've got the Knit Pro Zings. So I've got the 6mm now. I can't believe I have every needle size except a 6. I've even got chunky. So, it's going to be a bit difficult to show you this. So, let me see. What I'm doing, I want to do it like a lucky dip. That's what I'm planning. In this bag is a mixture of Alex's yarn from the Advent, Suzanne, who's from Green Lampkin, some of her yarn, and I'm pretty sure there's actually some of Ellie's as well in here. And then I've already started winding some up, but I need to sit with a quiet evening and do that. Actually, that's one of mine. I threw that in there. I might not use them all. I think there's a lot, but let's see. There's one of Alex's in here, which is, this one. Look at that. How beautiful is that? So I thought that's why I wanted to go multicolour. And then let's fish out. Oh, this is one of Suzanne's. This is on a sparkle base. So I'm gonna kind of do a lucky dip, but mix. You know, if I pull one out and it's sparkle and the next one's sparkle, I'll throw it back in and choose another one. And if I don't like the colours together, I just won't use that one there and then. I mean, I've thrown in an orange, you know. Anyway, can't wait. Oh, I've been itching to cast on these. That's on a sparkle base. Can't remember who's got what now. Oh, look at them. I think that might be 2 in there. Yeah, I've got to sit quietly and wind them all on. So I've decided there's definitely a load of Ellie's in here because I started knitting a shawl in this and I misread the pattern and made a right mess of it. So I unravelled it. So I do remember there's a lot of Ellie's in this one. Anyway, waffle. So yeah, I've been itching to cast this on, but I think, is it Jeanette? What's Jeanette saying? I do like it. I'm stealing it. It's stress-free 23. I think that was it. So, you know, I'm not going to keep showing this to you. It will not be ready in time for the next podcast. Hopefully it's ready this year. But I just fancied doing it. So here we go. And if it's not for me, then I won't carry on with it. But I thought I'd share that with you because I've been waiting for these to come in. I was so excited. So I'll cast that on this weekend. Right, I think that's all. The knitting. I think it's going to be a long one, guys. Crochet. Right, I did share this a couple of podcasts ago. This is by Straw Animals, Bear. I think it is called Bear. It's crochet, amigurumi, and then you get some knitted clothes with it. And I did cast on, I think it was the jacket, and on 2.5mm. And because I've been so busy with work, a lot of my crafting is happening in the evening on the sofa, and that my concentration levels are not good. So I've not, you know, it's naked. I'm not happy about the eyes. My mum was here last month. We went to the dollhouse shop, and I fell in love with these dinky tiny buttons, and I thought, oh, I'll use them on the bear, but they've not worked. I don't know, I'm on the fence. But anyway, I've crocheted this in Scapia's Stone Washed, which is one of my favourites. And I've got to embroider the nose and brush the muzzle. But it's already quite a lot of halo on the Scapia's Stone Wash. So yes, I've got a naked bear, and that's as far as we've got on this one. But those straw animal patterns are divine. I was looking at she's got a frog. Oh, it looks amazing. So I'm like, be good. They're not cheap patterns, so I'm trying to finish things before I go, you know, splurging on patterns and stuff. Right, I'm showing this. I've got no shame. Little bag from Jeanette. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to show you how far I got with King Charles Gaunt, because you might be asking, where is he? And this is him. This is King Charles. As you can see, there's loads and loads of parts to King Charles, and I got fed up. I loved doing the body. I went completely wrong with his crown. Look at the state of that. I won't say what I think it looks like. So I'm in the stage of fudging it because I cannot be bothered unravelling it. It's my own fault. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the pattern. And I thought, I'm not in the mood for stitching things. I mean, the fact that I stitched 2 ears and 2 arms on this is already, you know, well done. So, in case you're asking, no, he didn't make it in time for his coronation. He's living in this super cute, like, vintage cowboy bag from Jeanette. It's so cute. And look, it's got the gingham lining. So, it's King Charles III's in the naughty corner at the moment. I did see on Jeanette's podcast that she did Camilla as well, which looks really cute. But I'm trying to be good. The other thing, crochet, is Karen asked me, I don't know, randomly asked me the other week, was watching this channel. We weren't even talking about crochet, but she said, have you heard of this? So I said, no, I'd look at this channel, and instantly I was like, oh, I'd like little love hearts in my eyes. I've followed her for years, Din Life. I'm not sure if she's from Japan or Korea, I'm not sure. And she does, not very often her videos, but she does these very, you know, their music, you don't see her face, she doesn't speak, they're like little subtitles, and she sews, and, you know, and I like to, when she puts a video, it's like, oh, it's so relaxing watching it. Anyway, this channel is the same kind of concept, but lively and colourful. But again, she doesn't speak, this lady, and I'm not sure where is she might be Korean or Japanese, I'm not sure. Again, she doesn't speak, so I have no idea what she sounds like, and I wouldn't understand her anyway, but she does English subtitles. Anyway, her style is right. I mean, Din Life, it's all very relaxing, muted, natural colours, but this channel, it's like wham, you know, it's like a pop of colour on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce the channel name. It's either Amy Life, Ami Life. There'll be a link below. Anyway, I watched this, and then I said to Karen, my gosh, did you see that bag? And Karen said, I know. And it was just in my head. I couldn't get out of my head. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to make one up and figure it out. So wait for this. Get your sunglasses on. I've crocheted a bag, and I've put tassels on it. All I did, because I just had a look on Pinterest and figured out, you know, what other people were doing. I've just, I don't even know what this is called. It's, you start off round. It's like 3 rounds, and then you go onto the square. And then I just did a slip stitched. So it's only 4 granny squares. This is in cheap acrylic, had line in my stash. 4 granny squares, so back, front, and then the ends, you just fold them in half, so they're a triangle, and I slip stitch them all. And then, as I said, her channel, everything she does is really colourful. I want to make some things to hang off it. Now, I chose some fabric out of my stash to line it, and then what happened, my friend Alison phoned in the middle of doing this, and then I stitched it all and realised I'd done it all inside out. But I thought, do you know what, I don't care. I've hand stitched, you can even see some of the lining poking through. I thought, I don't care, it actually adds to the sort of craziness of it. And what I did, because I made it up myself, because it's quite long, I stitched up to the zip. So this is closed, obviously not on the inside. And then so I didn't have a long enough zip, otherwise I don't know if I would have done a zip right to the end, so I actually find this handier. So I'm not sure, I don't know, was this like 12 centimetre? I'm not sure. I had this a zip, because I do make zipper pouches, so you think I know all about lining. So I've just got this zip, and that's the opening, but you can see with my hand, it goes right to the end. And well, this is the wrong side of the lining, which was lovely. Anyway, it's only for me. So I made this, and I had some tassels in my stash. So I sat one evening and hand stitched them. So you can't go wrong with hand stitching a few tassels on. And then I was looking for some sturdy D-rings, and I had this really, really old handbag sat at the bottom of my wardrobe for years. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go and snip up a handbag. Let's recycle. So I snipped all the hardware off the D-rings, and had a bit of oh, what's it called? Not webbing. I had some webbing in stash. when it's on, you can see. And so the only thing, every single thing from this is stash or repurpose. The only thing I did buy was on Amazon, the Dutch Amazon. I bought a pack of 3 of these bags with straps, with they've got a clip on. And 3 came in a packet. I chose them because they were most colourful. Because what you can do with this bag, shall I stand up and model it for you? Sorry, the chair's scraping again. So with how she wore hers, I think she had it as like quite a high crossover, which I love. Isn't that lovely? Or is it really gaudy and you're all going, what is she thinking of? Yeah, or you can have it as, now in England we call these bum bags. I think in America you call them fanny packs, which means something different in England, which I won't go into detail. You can Google it if you want. You can, oh you can't see, you can have it as a bum bag. I can't stand, I'm against the wall. But anyway, you get the idea. How nice! So I've gone like all out colour, but as I said, I've got 2 more of these straps. Sorry, somebody's just come in the lounge. I've got 2 more of these straps. I'm thinking next I might make one with all natural colours and you know, like creams and beiges and stuff. And obviously stitch the lining in the right way. Sorry, Lawrence has just come in. You can hear him clicking. Right, so I think that's all my, yeah, that's all the crochet. Did I mention in last episode that I'd finally bought the pattern for the picnic on the beach blanket? I was following the free one, but I got fed up with it, so I bought the pattern. I didn't pick the blanket up, but anyway, it's next to me. Hold on. Sorry, William just came in. It's lunchtime, but he's having breakfast. Anyway, so that was everything with the crochet. Let me just sort my seat out. One was going to fall off. Right, a couple of things I'll show you super quickly. Other crafts, because I'm a craftaholic. I think I showed this on my Instagram ages ago. It's a little ornament, and I've not glued it down yet, so I'll try and balance it. It's not gonna, I need to stick that on. So I've made, sorry, I'm shaking, I'm trying to balance it. What I've done, I follow like these Eastern European kind of you know, crafty channels quite a lot, and they like this sort of vintage aesthetic. And one lady, I think she had a duck or something, and she made it into like a children's, you know, vintage toy. It's only an ornament. And thought, I want to make one of them. So I had this bear, was a silver ornament from Christmas, you know, with a little hanger on it. So I've painted it in chalk paint and waxed it. And then I made this little ruffled from bit of lace ribbon. And then from felt, I made a little saddle for it. I do want to make stirrups and stuff for it. And then last night I decided he needed a little hat, but it's just dry from I glued it, so I need to figure out how to attach his hat to him. And then just a bit of wood that I use for making things in my dollhouse, and some buttons. So I need to glue it all together. I was going to put it in one of my stolps, you know, like the glass domes, but it's too long for it. What do you think? Oh, I've got a sheep as well. I'm tempted to do another one. I fancy doing an elephant, not that vintage circus style. Anyway, funny story with this. This is the second one I've made, because the first one I soaked it in coffee or tea, put it out in the garden to dry, and it disappeared. Couldn't find it anywhere. And then the other day I was sat in the garden drinking coffee, enjoying it in some sun, and this massive magpie came and sat on the fence next to me, and it was there for ages, and he was looking at me, he was looking at the table, and I thought, it's you. I'm sure he's had it, because it couldn't have blown away. It is quite heavy and it was wet. So I think he was back looking for things. I've seen on YouTube that people leave things out for magpies and then they bring you things back. I should try it, although my cat would happily munch away on a magpie if you got the chance. Anyway, so that's the vintage bear I've been working on. And then the other thing is, I shared this ages ago, I think on the on the podcast channel, sorry, the vlog channel. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to balance things here. Multitasking's not working. I bought this kit. It's by Crafty Co. Miniature Garden House, and it's been sat for over a year in the cupboard. And I thought, I'm gonna have a go at that, but I didn't want to make it like theirs. I wanted to put my own flair and style on it. So I made a start on that. I've not got very far, but because it's super fiddly. And I've kept an eye out. It's from a budget store in the Netherlands called The Action. They're like hen's teeth. You rarely see them. So that's why I grabbed it at the time. So this is the base. And I'm painting mine like this duck egg blue. And then this is the frame, which I've also painted. And in terms of making the little things that go in it, so I've made like the little cupboard, like a potting bench, little shelf system, and you get, I mean, look at that, it's just a piece of wood, and then you glue you cut things out. It's very fiddly. Little log. I think that might be something to do. There's a lamp that goes in it. These, oh my gosh, these took forever. So these are two little tiny chairs, and as I said, I'm painting all of mine. I'm not following. I mean, that's the colour it came in, and then there's all like loads and loads of intricate little things that you glue. Little picture frame, if you can see that, and another birdhouse. So that's what I'm busy doing at the moment. But you can see with the packets, like, look at all these little bits, like loads and loads of little bits and beads. It's super fiddly. And then I'll just give you an idea. This is what you should have glued on the wood, but I'm not using that. Oh, here's the door. And my door, I've decided I wanted a red door. And look, there's all like little packets and boxes, and even all the plants. You have to cut them out and glue them on wire. And so, I'm just sharing, because I think I shared it on the vlog that I was working on it, but I'm not putting a time frame on myself when it's going to be finished, because I'm just enjoying messing, faffing. That could look so cute with that little red door. As I said, there's a light on it that I need to figure out. So yeah, that's the other crafty thing I've been merrily pottering along the way. So yeah, if you ever see one of these kind of kits, this one's arched, but I have seen that there's a square one that you can buy on the internet. I've never seen the arched one though. And I think, did I see once there was a sweet shop or a cake shop? Anyway, I'm waffling now. Right, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. A couple of incoming things and then we'll move on to the giveaway. If you watched the vlog, you might have seen I went to Utrecht, which is a city. It's about a 45-minute drive from us. And lo and behold, sorry I'm rustling, there just happened to be a wool shop, a yarn shop there. So I went in for a look, and of course, not buying things, I came out with 3 balls. I saw this beautiful baby cardigan knitted up in this. I'm not knitting a baby cardigan. I don't know anyone's having a baby at the moment. This is Lana Grosser, and it's 76% cotton, 14% polyamide and 10% polyester. There seems to be a little bit of a stretch in it, but you can see the colours are beautiful. And the cardigan was gorgeous. So if you're interested, the colour is 1505. This is Lana Grosser Cotton Vegano Risotto. If you're interested, it feels beautiful. So I just had to have it. Because I thought, I could knit a cowl from that. Nice cotton cowl. And then she had a wall full of Regia sock yarn. And I saw this and my eyes just lit up. So this is actually called Aquarium. It reminded me of Finding Nemo, like the colours. So treated myself to ball of sock wool. Not that I need any more. The colour is 01183 if you're interested. And then she said, oh, these are new in, feel this. So of course I touched the yarn, fatal mistake. This is the softest sock yarn I've ever felt. This is Milan Rate Laura Merino Extra Fine, again by Lana Grosser. Honestly, the squish on this, and this is colour 4554. How beautiful. I'm a huge fan of self-patterning yarns. I love them. So I couldn't resist. Sorry, I just couldn't do it. And then, because I was still on the chunky knitting thing, oh yeah, this is from Woolpline. I don't know what that is in the rest of the world. I spoke about it on the vlog. Yarn Plaza, I think Yarn Plaza. It's Woolpline here, and Wollplatz in Germany, and yarnplaza.com. You've probably seen this pink bag, and I don't know, chunky yarn is not that big here, so you don't see it very often in the web shops. But they had this budgetyarn.com chunky acrylic. They literally had 7 balls in stock, and actually 2 of them are from a different dye line. She emailed me and said, you still want them? I said, yeah, sure. So I've got 7 balls. This is colour 005, and it's 100% acrylic, but it feels like wool. It's very soft, and it's got that nice sort of halo to it. And what else could I say about it? Yeah, this is for an 8mm knitting and crochet hook. So I bought the 7 balls. They were on offer. Doesn't have got the price in here. It's a 50 gram ball, if you didn't know. 50 meters. No, I haven't got. They were less than €2 a ball. So anyway, watch this space. I don't know what I'm making with them yet, but I just like the colour. It's like a nice sort of camely mushroom colour. Right, that's all the incoming. How we're doing for time. Right, let's talk about this giveaway because I've been that excited about it. I'm blown away, seriously. I reached out to, well, actually, it was Garlane. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. Garlane has offered me so many free patterns for giveaways, and I've never took up her offer. And I thought, do you know what? I did promise to do a giveaway when I reached 1,000. So I'll give away one of my own sock yarns, you know, that I hand dye, and a nice project bag, not one of these scrappy things. It'll have the label on it, and it won't have back to front lining, hopefully. And I thought, yeah, I'll ask Garlane if she fancies donating a pattern. Well, Garlane super generously is donating 2 patterns, so I'm absolutely blown away. You know, I didn't expect it, so thank you. So then, but then I got into the, does anybody do this? I'm one of these, I don't know what you call it. I worry about leaving people out, and I thought, oh, best check with Jeanette. I don't want Jeanette to think I've left her out. Maybe she wants to donate some like stitch markers or something, you know, or one of her pin badges. So I messaged Jeanette. Jeanette said, I'm not giving them. She said, you can have a bag. You can have a bag. I was like, no, that's too much. So Jeanette, naughty girl, Jeanette's donated one of her amazing project bags. So if you've ever wanted to get your hands on one, because I know she always sells out really quick, watch this space. And then Elise, also, you know, I'm really good friends with Elise, who's like Petite Saint Crochet. So I thought, oh, best ask Elise. Honestly, I was like, best ask. But then I felt a little bit cheeky, you know, I don't want to push people to donate. I don't know, it was that balance between sort of asking people, but no pressure, and I didn't want to leave you out kind of thing. So anyway, Elise has donated a pattern of your choice, one of her crochet patterns. I'm just picking some hair off this, just to, so you know. This is, I test crocheted this for, oh, it's all full of cat hairs. This, how cute is that pig? This is the test pattern that I did, and it's a mixture of crochet and knitting. But since oh, look at those shorts, oh my gosh, and the little socks. Since she's released this, she's done loads of patterns, and I think Jeanette just recently tested, was it for the wolf? I think it was for the wolf. Anyway, so Elise has donated one of her crochet patterns. Amazing. Then Ellie, I reached out to Ellie because again I was like, oh, I don't, should I ask? Anyway, when I very, very first started, doing crafty podcasts, Ellie was one of the very, very first. Ellie and Elise, obviously, but Elise is my mate, so she doesn't count. I expect it of Elise. But Ellie was so supportive of me, and I don't know, she's just so kind. And I've never met Ellie in person, but I've spoke to her on Zoom calls and stuff. What you see on the camera, she's the same. She's lovely. Anyway, so I reached out to Ellie because I'm always harping on about Ellie's patterns and stuff, and Ellie said absolutely. Massive congratulations, and Ellie's donated 3 patterns. Wow. And I was like, no, that's too much. No, and she's made codes up, she's done it already. And then she gifted one to me as as a congratulations to the channel. So anyway, then I reached out to Alex because then I was like, oh, but if I ask Jeanette and then I don't ask Alex, and then Alex, did she want to donate a stitch marker or a pattern or something? Alex said absolutely, and I'm donating your yarn. So I feel half bad that I'm like, oh, I don't want people to feel obliged, but I'm like that excited. It's like, what a bumper amount of things we've all got to, well, not me because I'm not entering obviously, but if you want to enter and win one of these amazing prizes, all you have to do on this video is leave a comment, even if it's just giveaway or, have a chat. The word giveaway will be what I'll use a random comment picker for all of the prizes, and giveaway will be the keyword that we choose. And then what I would really appreciate, it would be so nice, to sort of give back. If you go and check out one of the ladies and find their most recent upload and just, let them know in the comments that you've entered the giveaway to win one of their prizes, that would be awesome. That would be really, really nice. I mean, this community has just welcomed me with open arms, and I just love everything that, we all stand for. And, and I could have reached out to so many more people, but at this point I was like, I was actually quite overwhelmed. I did not expect for a minute for anybody to say yes, didn't expect it. It was more, I was in this sort of like, should I ask or not? This like awkward, I was having like an awkward fight in my own head. I don't know why, because if one of my friends reached out to me, of course I'm going to help out because I love how supportive everybody is. So yes, they're the rules. Giveaway. If you can, go over to one of the ladies' latest videos and give them a shout from me. And then what I'll do, I'll announce the winners. I'm not going to do it live because I'll do it on my phone, and I film with my phone, so that would be impossible. But I'll do a random comment picker, and I'll paste somewhere on the screen who the winners are now, and we'll figure out how to get the prizes to you. And that will all be announced in the next podcast, which should be around the beginning of June. So, if you're watching in the future, hopefully if it's not quite the end of, if it's not quite the beginning of June, you've got time to enter. And if you want to share with your friends, everybody's welcome. Enter. You've got a really good chance of winning something just because there's so many. Wow. Anyway, if you have come over from anybody I've mentioned, thank you so much. And if you've enjoyed spending, roughly an hour of your time with me, and you haven't done so already, maybe you want to hit the subscribe button and join our lovely community. And don't forget, if you want to leave a comment below, even if you don't want to enter the giveaway, say hello and let me know if you've been working on something fun, if you've got a pattern to recommend to me, or what's your favourite yarn choice shops I might not have heard of, and talk amongst yourself. Some of you do, which is also, I read the comments, and some of the things you talk about are hilarious. I love it. I think you've all got a same or similar kind of sense of humour to me, which is like great. Right, I'm going to wrap it up because I need to clear all this stuff away, and Lawrence and William are now sat in the lounge trying to be really, really quiet. Thank you, boys. Stay tuned for the next podcast when we announce the winners. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next episode. Bye.